Everybody, welcome back to another live playthrough. I'm Dave Walsh, host of Card Talk, and I'm just trying to play through the Angmar Awakened campaign, and I'm hung up on the Waste of Eriador. I just had one, I don't want to say epic loss, but I had Thranduil just built out. If you want to take a look at that, you can go back and watch that playthrough. I'm just going to go through and set up and explain everything that I'm doing again, and we're going to start with the quest card. Okay, so it says to set the pack leader aside out of play. So when the pack leader comes in, we'll isolate on him. But it says make the Shrouded Hills the active location. Add the time objective to the staging area with Daybreak face up. The Shrouded Hills, here they are. It says X is the number of quest cards in play. While there's only one quest card in play, Shrouded Hills gains Surge. And then let's take a look at the time objective and see what we have to do there. The time objective, I was nervous because time is a mechanic that I don't love from the Ringmaker cycle. It seemed like there was a lot of time, but this is great. Also, Caleb Grace, one of the designers of the game, suggested that you could take this objective card and put it in any quest to kind of give you an extra layer of fun times in for that quest. So something to think about. But here it says it's day. Enemies don't make engagement checks, so you can keep some enemies up in the staging area. That becomes a pain in the neck when you have a lot of enemies in the staging area. So that's not necessarily the thing that you want to do all the time. But it says when it becomes day, return each enemy to the staging area, and then at the end of the round, flip this objective over. So when we flip it over, it becomes nightfall, and you can't put progress on quest cards. So that is a pain in the neck. And encounter card effects can't be canceled, so you can't do you can't use Test of Will, things like that. So nightfall becomes more treacherous. And it says when it becomes nightfall, reveal an encounter card, and at the end of the round, flip this card over. Nightfall is going to be a pain in the neck. We take control of Amarthiel, and then we have to reveal a card. So since we're on encounter cards, let me reveal the card that I'm going to have to deal with. Sudden Darkness. If it is night, raise each player's threat by 4. If it is day, flip the time objective to nightfall. It is actually daytime now, but we have to do everything we can to reveal. So we're actually going to start off in night. Okay, and now because it's nightfall, because we flipped, when this card flips over, we have to reveal a card. So that's what we're going to do. And we get the North Downs. So it says, while it's night, North Downs gets +2 threat. Okay, so let's take a look at Amarthiel here. Amarthiel is an objective ally, and Amarthiel says after an enemy engages a player, give control of Amarthiel to that player. Me playing solo, Amarthiel is not going to travel anywhere. So his response is not anything. For Amarthiel's Courage, it just says add the Amarthiel's Courage to Amarthiel, and Amarthiel gets +1 willpower, which is great. +1 hit point makes him a very formidable defender. And then I can ready Amarthiel one time if I need to. So let's take a look at the campaign card and see what we got going on. So there's not much going on in this campaign. We're playing campaign mode, but it says you can change your hero cards without incurring the +1 threat penalty. And then it says each player adds 1 copy of Determination to their starting hand. Add each of those events to the campaign pool. Shuffle Fend Off Despair side quest into the encounter deck. So I already shuffled Fend Off Despair into the encounter deck. Again, I'm playing semi-blind, so which means I've played the scenario, but I haven't played the campaign part of it. I haven't seen the side quest in any of my plays so far of this, so if it comes up, we'll take a look at it. Now let's take a look at Determination. Determination has a player card back. It's a boon, and it's an event, and it counts as an attachment. And so I'll bring it into play, and I am able to ready somebody. But then every scenario afterwards, I'm able to ready anybody who had determination on them, and I'm also able to ready the person that is getting determination. So it's like a power-up that you've earned through the whole scenario. So that's pretty cool. I did earn 2 other burdens, so let's take a look. Okay, so Thardir's Majesty there on the left. Thardir is not part of this quest, so I'm going to set that aside, and I'm not even going to play with it. Arnor Ravaged, it has 1 damage on it from the previous scenario, and I add it to the staging area. And if a character takes damage but doesn't get destroyed, then I have to put the 1 damage from Arnor Ravaged onto that character. So it's like adding 1 extra damage. So it's pretty crazy. Let's take a look at the 1B side of the quest card. The 1B side of the quest card just says while it's day, each hero gets +1 willpower, and then it says when it becomes night, raise each player's threat by 1. So I have to do that too because it became night there during the setup, but we still have to do all those things. Our heroes here, we have our quest deck, we have our encounter deck, and then the objective. Already switched to Nightfall. Arnor Ravaged, the North Downs. We already went through all this. This is Amarthiel, and then this is Determination. I'm going to take my hand now, and we will start. So I have a Henamarth, Marksman, Sylvan Tracker. I did get Steward of Gondor, Olorian, and the Elven King. The thing that I don't like about this is I don't have a ton of allies that's going to help me kill stuff. And I can't play 2 of these during the regular phase. It's going to be tough. So I'm going to end up building up resources with Steward of Gondor and Olorian, and I have the Elven King, but it's not going to help me. So I don't love this hand, so I'm going to take a mulligan. This looks surprisingly a lot like the last one. But I guess we'll stick with it. I don't have a resource match. I mean, we have to stick with it, so. Okay, so Determination comes into my hand, and I do have Inner Strength, which is the Defendy Master card because of the 1 ring. So I'm going to go find the Questy Master card. Power of Command. Let's go through all the cards that I have in my hand. Okay, so I have Ancestral Armor, which is a very good defense card, and because I took the Cunning boon from the beginning, I'm able to play this right out the rip, and so now I end up with a really good defender right from the beginning. And then Inner Strength is also very good for Defendy because it allows me to cancel a shadow effect. Okay, the Glathrim Weaver on the right or on the left there is good because it takes a card and puts it back into my deck, but it can't attack or defend, so I can't chump with her. And then the good old-fashioned Test of Will is good to see in an opening hand. And now we have 2 zero-cost events. This is what the Sylvans are known for. You return a Sylvan to your hand, and it gives you some crazy thing. So the Tree People allows you to bring a Sylvan out from the top 5 if you pull 1 back into your hand. It's crazy. And Faint Voices allows you to cancel an attack. So that's pretty good. And the last 2 cards I have is Haldir of Lorien and Power of Command. I need some allies. So if I can get out Haldir, that's going to help out a lot. Power of Command is the Questy Master card. Oh, and of course I have Determination in my hand too from the setup. So the campaign setup. Okay, so let's see how I'm going to start this. I'm going to start by putting the Ancestral Armor onto Thranduil. I think for now I'm going to not play anything because I can defend, I can attack, I can kill stuff. Hopefully. I don't have to quest very much. I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to use Galadriel. She allows me to lower my threat by 1 and then draw a card. And since I don't have Nenya on her, it's a good time to do that. Oh, and I get the Nath Guide, which will be good for next round to bring out. I can't cancel anything this time around, so... Okay, so I guess it's just time to quest. I think I'm just going to quest for 3. Oh, this thing is 3 because it's night. Okay. I'll quest for 5. Okay, so just to remind everybody, this is what I use for my willpower, and this is what I use for threat in the staging area. This is like a pointy 1 ring. Okay, and this is a elven leaf thing. Okay, so reveal a card here. And I get a Doomed 2. So this says either search the encounter deck and discard pile for an encounter side quest and reveal it, or choose a different quest card in play to be the current quest until the end of the phase. Shuffle the encounter deck. So Doom 2, I don't have any side quests out there, so I have to find one. Okay, so I picked Fend Off Despair. That's the new one, or that's the campaign card. The side quest that's added because of the campaign, and it says each event card gains Doomed 1, which I think I'm okay with, even though I threaded out on my last play. It says when Fend Off Despair is defeated, mark it in the campaign log, and each player's starting threat is reduced by 2. And the effect is cumulative, so I'm happy to do that. And the other big thing is it's not a surge, because you have to reveal it. Pressing needs makes you have to reveal it. So I'm going to put it into play, and we'll see what's going on. Okay, so I put Fend Off Despair up here. I did quest for 5, and there's only 3 in the staging area, so I make 2 progress. Here. Okay. So raise my threat. Turn this over. Nothing happens. No enemies return. I get to get resources. And I'm going to draw. I get Henamarth River Song. Okay. Okay, I'm going to play the Nath Guide. And with the Nath Guide, I'm going to target Celeborn, I think. I'm going to play Inner Strength to get the Defendy Master card out. Oh, and then I'm going to draw a card and reduce my threat by 1. And I get another Test of Will. So I can cancel stuff. That's the good thing that's going on here. So I'm going to do 5, 6, 7, 8. I need to do a lot. 8. I'm making this the quest because I want to be able to do some stuff. So I do have some things I can cancel. So that's good. And right now in the staging area is only 1. Okay. So each player deals 1 damage to a hero he controls. And it says attach Cold from Angmar to the current quest, counts as a condition attachment. Okay. So this is the current quest. So I'm going to put Cold from Angmar on this thing. Oh, you know what I could do is I could cancel that. I think I'm going to. Okay, so I'm going to spend 1 to cancel that. It gets Doomed 1 because of the side quest, but I don't want to have to deal with that. That's like the worst card. Okay. Now what? Resolution. So 1, we made 7. That's 3 there and 4 there. So I made it through this location. And I get to travel here. I can't do anything here, so... Oh, wait. Let's see. I think I do an extra one, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I did 10 because of the quest card. I get 2 more. Whew. So that's 6. That's great. Okay. Feeling good about that. Okay. So I guess we ready and flip the card, flip the objective here. Okay, so I flip this over to night. Reveal an encounter card. So we get a Surgy Wolf. Okay, while it is night, this guy gains +2 attack. And then I get Biting Wind. There are no characters committed to the quest, so that's a great place to see that. And wow, okay, that's good. Okay, so I'm going to raise my threat by 1, get some resources, and draw. So let me show you Nenya. So Nenya allows Galadriel, because Galadriel in and of herself can't quest, attack, or defend, but you can use her ability to add her willpower to somebody else. The other thing that's really good about this is she gets the lore resource icon. So that's going to be key here because I have some lore cards in my hand. So I love seeing Nenya, and I'm going to put it right onto her. Nenya went right there. Okay, I spent the resource. I can't, it's nightfall, so I can't cancel anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out Henemarth with her ability. And then I think I'm going to play the Power of Command onto Thranduil here. So I can't cancel anything, but I do have some defenses, ways to kill things. Hopefully I get through the active location. So, okay, so Henemarth normally is good to see the top card of the deck, but right now I'm going to just use him to quest. So 2, 3, 6. 6 versus 1 in the staging area. And if I need to, I can use Galadriel, but I don't use her until the end because I can add it afterwards. And if I don't use her, I can lower my threat and draw a card. So, okay. So here we go. What do we get? We get the Eriador Wastes. It says, while Eriador Wastes are in the staging area, no more than 5 progress can be placed on the current quest each round, and then in order to travel there we have to find a warg enemy in the staging area and engages the warg enemy and then deal it a shadow card. So that's 4. I did 6, so that's 2. I want to do a couple more. I'm going to actually do this, okay, because I want to be able to clear this. Okay, I can't make any progress on the quest, or on the current quest, but that's okay. So now I'm going to do this. I'm going to take the waste, I'm going to travel there, then I'm going to engage this thing. Okay. Now, by engaging that guy, I have to deal it a shadow card because of this travel effect. And now I can, at the beginning of combat, I can deal it a shadow card, and now I'm going to defend with Thranduil. So this guy is attacking for 4 because it's night, and he's defending for 4. or for 6. So first shadow effect, it says attacking enemy gets +1 for each quest card in play. So that's +2. And then let's see what this is. No shadow effect. So this guy does no damage to Thranduil. So now I need to be able to do 4 damage, which I can do here, 3, 4, 5, and that kills this. Okay, so we ready? We flip this over, we raise our threat, draw a card. I get Olorien. So I'm going to put Olorien onto Caliborn. Olorien is a resource reducer. Lowers the cost of a Sylvan by 1. And then for now, I am done because I just want to be able to get through this. There's nothing here. And let's see. And I may be able to cancel. I need to make 7. So am I going to be able to quest for 7? So, okay, I'm going to leave that resource there. My option is I could have brought out the Glathrum Weaver, but that's not going to help me. Okay. Oh, I'm going to take a look at the top card, see what it is. And the top card is a hunting pack. It's going to be 3 threat. So I need to make 10 threats, or 10 willpower, 10 progress somehow. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so I'll do 1, 4, 6. I'll bring this out. That's 3 against my 6. And now I'm going to exhaust Galadriel and Nenya to do 4 more. So I'm at 10 versus 3. That's 7. So that's 5 here. And then 2 here. And this gets me through. So I think this doesn't get removed from the campaign pool. It just means that my starting threat is reduced by 2. So that's good. So there's my victory display up here. You can't see it, but it's above right there. Gandalf watches over my victory display. Okay. Oh, actually, every hero gets +2. So actually I do 12. Because this is +1, that's +1, so I do 12. I forgot about that. Okay, but whatever. I'm going to engage this guy. What does it say? While making engagement checks. Okay, so this guy's attacking for 6. I'm going to play the Tree People. And I'm going to bring out... I'm going to bring the Nath Guide back into my hand. I'm hoping for an attacky Tree People. And I do get a good attacky. I get the Marksman. So let's take a look at the Marksman. So the Marksman is ranged in a single player. That's not a big deal. But its response is, and so when it comes into play, you reduce something by 2 defense. Plus he gets all his bonuses from Celeborn and Galadriel, so like he's pretty beefy right now. He's attacking for 4 and subtracts 2, so that's pretty good. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take Determination, and I'm going to put Determination onto Amarthiel. And that's going to ready Amarthiel, and that's what I want. Okay, so now Thranduil is defending for 6. Okay. No shadow, no damage. And now I can attack for 4, and 3 is 7, and that kills this because it has -2 defense. So that's good. So this guy dies. Okay, so now, are we ready? the end of the round, we get a Nightfall. We raise our threat because of Nightfall. We draw a card. And we get Rugged Country, which is just a 2-threat, 3 quest point location. Okay. So now we go to the end of the next round. So we raise our threat for the round. And we go 1, 2, 3. And it's Nightfall, and I don't have an active location. So I'm really just trying to quest over this. So I'm hoping to maybe use Galadriel to lower my threat and draw a card. So let's see. Oh, I get Island Amid Perils, which is a great card to have. Lower my threat. And I'm going to use Olorien to reduce the cost of the next Sylvan by 1, and I'm going to put Nath Guide into play. And I'm going to target Celeborn with that Nath Guide. Now I'm going to use Angmar's ability to look at the top card, and it's a warg. It has a when revealed. Each warg gets +1, so there's 5 in the staging area. So that's all I need to do. Right here is 5, and this guy doesn't exhaust, this guy doesn't exhaust. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, and this is the quest that I have. So I'm going to bring this guy out. See, Henemarth really helps out because Henemarth is in a solo game makes this like math in terms. It's not really questing. It's just math, so it's good. So this is 5. I did 5, so everything is good. I can't cancel anything, so I'm going to travel here. I'm going to use Galadriel to lower my threat and to draw a card. And I get another Weaver. So I will engage this guy. This guy is just kind of a run-of-the-mill enemy. We've got 3 attack, 1 defense, and 4 hit points. So I probably will be able to kill it. I'll definitely be able to kill it. Okay, so deal it a shadow card. I will defend with Thranduil. No shadow effect. That's a great place to see a side quest. If you get a side quest as a shadow card, you're doing the right thing. Okay, no damage to Thranduil, and I'll do 3, 6. That's enough to kill this guy. I'm calling it a day. So, ready. Raise my threat, end of the round, draw a card. This is another Marksman of Lorien. I'll get 1, 2, 3 resources. Okay, so I'm going to bring out a Weaver. So this Weaver here, all she does is allow me to take the top card and shuffle it into my deck. The top card of my discard pile and shuffle it into my deck. And I'm going to play another Weaver now. So I do have a Test of Will in my hand. I have Haldir of Lorien. I have a Marksman of Lorien. So I got lots of good things. Okay, so I'm going to use Henemarth, see what's coming up. And it's a warg. It's going to be 2. So let's see here. So in the staging area will be 2. Okay. I want to make sure you know my victory displays up there, but whatever. Okay, 2. Okay, so 2, 4, 5. 9. I want to try to make as much progress here as I can. And I don't have the ability to ready Thranduil yet. So, 9. I think I'm going to do 11. 2, 4, 5, 9, 11. So, let's see. I'll reveal. This guy comes out into play. Ooh, surprise. Okay, that's a white warg, just to let you know. Again, pretty standard enemy. It has an engagement effect. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna exhaust and do 5 more here. So I'm at 16 against 2. So that's 14, 3. So I get to do 11 on the quest. There's 20 quest points here. One of the reasons why I like the revised core set is because the you can easily tell with what's going on with the tokens. So you have they're denominated, so it's easy to see 5, 5, 1. So now let's do a thing here. Okay, so I'm going to bring this guy down. It says deal 1 damage to a character I control. Here's the thing. Heroes lose their ability. I'm gonna put it on Marthiel, because if he loses his ability, it's not going to mean anything to me. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so now I'm going to deal a shadow card. I'm going to defend with Thranduil. Thranduil's defending for 6. This guy's attacking for 2. It says exhaust a character I control. I'll exhaust a Weaver. Okay, no damage. So now I'm going to do 1, 2. I'm going to exhaust Olorian, and I'm going to bring out the Marksman of Lorien. And that Marksman has, he's doing 4, and I'm reducing it by 2. So I only need 4 to kill it. So I'm going to use this guy to kill this. He dies. So now we ready. Raise our threat by 1 for Nightfall, because we're going to turn this over. And then we draw a card. And Biting Wind. Assign X damage among characters committed to the quest. X is the number of characters committed to the quest. That's great. No questing right now. Okay. So. Okay, raise my threat. Draw a card. I get a Minstrel. So the Minstrel is kind of this linchpin of the Sylvan deck. It's the glue that holds it together, because the Sylvans love to jump in and out of play, and the Minstrel goes and finds event cards. So putting the Minstrel out is something that I'm going to want to do. And I can do it. Okay, so I'm going to bring the Minstrel into play here. I'm going to only spend 1 to do it. And the only event I find is this, Quicker Than Sight, which cancels a shadow effect. So let's quest. Okay, I'm going to use Henemarth to see what's coming up. And it is remove each damaged character from the quest. Doom 2. Okay, so I don't have an active location. I don't have anything, and the night makes me not be able to do anything. So it's really just the Doomed 2 that I have to worry about. I'll send this guy to the quest because he doesn't exhaust a quest. He's questing for free. So, okay. So this comes out. I get Doom 2. 1, 2. I'm at 40 is my threat. Okay, but I have something in my hand here. Okay, so I'm going to reduce my threat by 1. And draw a card. And so I get another copy of Nenya. That's fine. And then during the combat phase, this is one of those things, even though there's no enemies, the phase still happens. So I'm going to use these 4 tokens, and I'm going to bring out Haldir of Lorien. Okay, so now we ready, everybody. Increase my threat for the end of the round. Flip this over. I am hoping that I can get through this quest right now. Okay, I get to draw a card. And I get another Island Amid Perils. That's what I was hoping for. Okay, so I only need to do 9. Okay, I'm going to use Henemarth to see what is up here. It's another one of these silly wargs with 2 threats, so I need to do 11. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't have one more. Okay, so I'm trying to make it so I can use Galadriel's ability. So I have something that I'm going to do then. I'm going to play Island Amid Perils and bring back the Neath Guide. So now I'm going to bring the Neath Guide out for 1. And now I have 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's what I want to do. I want to do 11. Okay. And this guy's going to come into play. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to kill it. But that's, so this is 2. And I did 9. Okay. So this is done. Let's see what the next quest card has in store for us. Okay, it says shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until X warg are discarded. X is the number of players in the game. Add each discarded to the staging area. So I'll do that. So I got the white warg. It says after the white warg engages you, deal 1 damage to a character you control, 2 instead if it's night. So fortunately right now it's day, so that's good. Okay, so now we'll flip over the card. It says when it becomes day, each player draws a card. And says when it becomes night, discard a non-objective ally from play. Discard 2 if there are 3 or more players in the game. So I'm going to be discarding allies. Whew. Okay, let's make sure we get through this as quickly as possible. 15. Okay, so I have my white warg here. 15. Let me get rid of all this progress from this. And so this is one of those cases where it being daytime is a little bit frustrating because I want to be able to take both of these guys, and I don't get engagement checks. So I'm kind of stuck just taking one. I'll take the, well, I guess it doesn't matter. I'll probably take the big bad one, just because. Let's see here. So I'm gonna use Galadriel, and I'm going to lower my threat by 1. So I'm down to 37 threat, and I get a Sylvan Tracker, which is nice. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to engage this guy. So I don't want this guy to do anything crazy. So that's why I'm going to deal it a shadow card. And I'm going to defend with Thranduil. Thranduil is defending for 6. We got to keep that in mind. Okay, so I will deal a shadow. It says attacking +1 if this attack destroys. It doesn't even destroy anything. He's only attacking for 5. So now I have to come back at it, and I have to do 7. So I can do that. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 9. 9, I would. So this guy dies. I could have killed this thing, I think. So I would have been able to, but I can't engage it, so I'm stuck. Okay. Okay, so let's see. So I get to turn this over. It says reveal an encounter card. So I will. Oh, side quest. Search. So let's look at the side quest and see what happens. happens here. Okay, so characters can't be healed. It gets surge, so that's a pain in the neck. You have to resolve the surge. And so this is what happened last game. So we get this white wolf here, or this wolf of Angmar that's surge, and when it's night, it gets +2 attack. And then we get this, when revealed, it says each warg enemy gets +1 threat to the end of the phase. So, okay. So I just ended up with a side quest and 2 more enemies when it became off of 1 card. So that surge is a pain in the butt. Okay. I guess we should have readied everything because that happens before it goes to nightfall, but whatever. Okay, and the other thing that happens going to nightfall is you discard a non-objective ally. So this guy's going to go into the can. Okay, so I get to raise my threat. I'm at 38 threat. I do have some resources, so that's good. So what do I get? I get the minstrel, so this linchpin card. I'm going to put him into play. I'm going to reduce his cost for 1 here, 2-1, and then I'm going to look for an event card in the top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's either a Test of Will, which is a great event, or a Tree People. I think I'm going to... I think I'm going to get the Test of Will because there's just too many nasty treacheries. Unless... Oh, I have a Test of Will in my hand, so I'm going to go with the Tree People. And I'm going to use the Tree People and bring the Weaver back up into my hand. Or should I bring the Neath Guide? I'll bring the Neath Guide back up. No. I'll bring the Weaver back up into my hand. Okay, so I turned the Weaver into a Handmaiden. Galadriel's Handmaiden lowers my threat by 1 and is 2 willpower, so that's a nice card to see. And I can't cancel anything because it's nightfall, so I'm going to bring out the Weaver this time anyways. Okay. So in the staging area, we have 1, 3, 5. So we have 5 in the staging area. And without doing any, let's see, I'm going to use Henamarth, and I get the Eriador Waste. It just says I can't put more than 5 progress. So that's another 3. So I'm going to have to do 8. And if I do any more than 8, it doesn't matter. So 2, 5, 7, 8. Oh, you know what? The Weaver takes the Tree People and puts it back on the top of my deck. Not on the top of my deck. I have to shuffle it back into my deck. Okay, so I quested for 8. This thing comes out. Okay, and so this is going to come here. I can't put any progress on this. I am going to make that the active quest because actually right now I don't think it matters. Okay, so I'm going to travel here. So by traveling to the Wastes of Eriador, or the Eriador Wastes, we take a card and give it a shadow card. We engage something and give it a shadow card. Okay, all these are going to come down and engage me anyways. So, I mean, this is rough stuff because I don't have any way to ready him. So I'm going to hope that I draw a Greenwood Archer here, but I may have to chump some things. I don't know. Okay, let's see here. So Shadow. Shadow. So it's Knight. I deal 2 damage to a character I control, 2 damage to one character. So let's see here. Who's a good character? I think Haldir of Lorien is a good character to to damage. You'll see why in a little bit. Okay. Now, defenses. Well, I'm going to lower my threat. Draw a card. Greenwood Archer. Oh, I get the Elven King. It doesn't help me now, but it'll help me next time. So, I'm going to defend this with Thranduil. Thranduil is defending for 6. This guy's attacking for 4 because it's Knight. So this says attacking enemy makes an additional attack. Okay, so this says if Knight attacking enemy makes an additional attack after this. I can't afford additional attacks, and shadow effects don't count as encounter card effects. So I am going to exhaust the 1 ring and raise my threat by 1 here. As long as this comes through. So, okay. I hope it's not the same shadow card. So that's still attacking for 4. No shadow. Okay, no damage. This guy is defending or attacking for 2. I did 2 damage. I'll defend with Haldir. It says exhaust a character I control. Okay, that's not too horrible. And then last, but certainly not least, this guy for 3. I want to use, let's see here. I guess I'm going to just sacrifice the minstrel. Chump block. And it says, put the topmost warg enemy from the discard pile into play and deal it a shadow card. I'm going to cancel that shadow effect. I'm going to use Quicker Than Sight to bring, let's see, Nath Guide back to my hand and cancel that shadow effect. Okay, so now I have to kill some things. Let's see here. Okay, so if I do this, that's 3, 5. That kills this. And then 3, 4, 5, 6. That kills this one. And then let's see. This guy's not too horrible. Let's see. Okay, ready? Raise my threat. Turn this over today. This goes back into the staging area. For right now, I'm okay with that. And let's see. I get to draw a card. I get Orifin. I get resources. And then this allows me to draw another card. And I get the Host of the Galathrum. And that's what I have been hoping for. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use Olorien, and I'm going to put the Sylvan track, or the Nath Guide into play. Okay. The Nath Guide is going to target Celeborn. Okay. Now I'm going to spend 4 to play the Host of the Galathrum. Let's take a look at what that does. Okay, so basically I take all my Sylvan allies, which is everybody, and I put them back into play one at a time, so that way I get to redo all their enter play abilities. So that's pretty good. Before I do that, I'm going to exhaust Henemarth to look at the top card. And it's a warg. Okay, that's kind of a pain in the neck. but it's all right. Okay, so I'm going to hopefully get through this time around. Okay, so host of the Glathrum. So this goes back, all these guys here. I'm going to take my hand. I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to put it off to the side. First things first, I'm going to do the Neath Guide, and I'm going to target Thranduil with the Neath Guide. And I'm going to play the Handmaiden. That lowers my threat by 1. Okay. And then I'm going to put the Weaver into play. So that takes Quicker Than Sight. It doesn't take the Host of the Glathrum, because this is not this hasn't been fully resolved yet, so it doesn't go into my discard pile. So this is the top card of my discard pile right now, and it gets shuffled. Okay, Angmar comes into play, and then I'm going to bring in Minstrel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the Minstrel allows me to get Fade Voices. Oops. Fade Voices goes up into my hand up here. Another Minstrel. Okay, so I'm going to get a Tree People. I'm going to get these guys. So I just can target that one, and then I get Haldir, and now this is fully resolved. Okay, so now I get this. So I have Questing 2, 3, 4, 7, 9, 11, 13, 16, 18, 21, 23. And that's exactly what I need without using a Amarthiel or Galadriel. Okay, so nobody's exhausted. So this comes in. Okay, and this just has a engage, deal damage. We know that. Okay, so that's 3. I did 23, so that's 20. This is explored, and now I did 15 here. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, so it says flip the time objective to Nightfall, add pack leader to the staging area. Okay, so I'm flipping this to Nightfall. Okay, so because it flipped to Nightfall, I have to reveal a card, and the card is the Eriador Wastes. Okay. Now the pack leader comes out, and the pack leader says, cannot be optionally engaged, cannot have attachment. It says, exhaust a character you control for each warg enemy engaged with. Okay, so my hope is that I'm going to kill that thing. Okay, so this comes this comes into play, and then it says, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until X warg enemies are discarded. X is 1 less than the number of players in the game. That's 0. So add each discard. So I don't have to do any of that. So what's on the back side? So it's 5 progress. That's all I need to make. And then it says, pack leader cannot take damage unless there are at least 5 progress on this stage. When it becomes day, discard all progress from this stage. I have to do some crazy things here. Okay, so I have to wait until day to put progress. I can't optionally engage. Then I have to wait till nightfall to optionally engage this thing. So I can't do anything right now with the pack leader. I can't take I have to engage it. So I am going to do this. There's no penalty right now for it becoming night. So that's good. Okay. So this comes out. So now I have to engage one of these things. So I'm going to engage, I guess, this thing. That says deal 2 damage. Okay, so I'm going to deal 2 damage to Haldir of Lorien. Okay, and then this thing. Okay. I guess I will engage the pack leader and then just exhaust one character. Okay, and now I will engage this guy and engage this guy. Okay, so I can't kill the pack leader, but I can definitely kill the other wargs. Okay, so deal shadow cards. Okay, so Thranduil is going to defend the pack leader here, and it says put the topmost warg enemy from the discard pile engaged with you. I'm going to cancel that effect. Okay, raise my threat by 1. Okay, and I guess I will defend this guy with Marthiel. No shadow. That's great. Again, side quest shadow card. That's good. Then a Marthiel takes a damage. Okay, and then this guy's attacking. This guy's attacking for 2. So I will defend with the Handmaiden. The Handmaiden has 2 defense, which is funny. It says deal 1 damage to the defending character. Let's see. Well, that's a bummer. So she dies. Then now I have to take that undefended. So I'll do 2 damage to I guess Thranduil. And then that attack damaged Thranduil, so now I get to put 1 more damage on Thranduil. Thranduil, remember, has the ancestral armor, so he's got 6 hit points. He's defending for 6 hit points. He's doing good. Okay. I'm going to use Galadriel to lower my threat and draw a card. And now I get a Greenwood Archer. Okay. I think I'm going to tree people. I'm going to bring the Weaver back into my hand. I'm going to bring out Legolas. So now Legolas is attacking for 4. That kills this thing. So I draw a card. I get another tree people. And these 2 are attacking for 8, and that kills this. This I can't do anything. I can't do anything with the pack leader. So, okay. So we will ready. Okay, we switch it over to Daybreak. This guy goes back into the staging area. I still have a side quest here. I don't think that's going to make too much of a difference. I say that now, right? And then something crazy is going to happen. Okay, I'm going to get resources. I'm going to raise my threat by 1. And I'm going to draw a card. I get Quicker Than Sight. I'm definitely going to take the Elven King and bring it out and put it onto Thranduil. Then I'm going to use Galadriel to lower my threat and draw a card. I get an 8th guide, that's good. And now I'm going to use Olori. Actually, you know what? I can't optionally engage this guy. I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna have a whole bunch of stuff in my hand. I'm gonna sit tight for a little bit. Okay, I'm going to exhaust Hennemarth to see what I'm up against here. Okay. Okay, so this is going to make me choose a different side quest. I may have to cancel that because I want to be able to get through here so that I can do this. I don't want to have to spend another 2 turns. I'm already playing long enough here. Okay, so I will eventually cancel that. So there ends up only being 4 in the staging area. So I just need to quest for, I need to quest for 14. Do I have the ability to quest for 14, though? I'll bring out the Nath Guide and target Celeborn. Then I'm going to use Olorien. And I'm going to bring out the Greenwood Archer for 1 and ready Galadriel. So I need to be able to do 14. So that's 1, 6, and then I can't optionally take that guy. Let's see if I can get there. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 11. And then this comes out. I'm going to spend the 1 to Test of Will. That. This goes goodbye. I still have to do the Doom 2. So my threat's at 39. Okay, I'm going to use Galadriel's ability to do 1, 2, 3, 4 more. So it's 15. So there's 4, 5, and then I get 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 on the main quest. That's all that I wanted to do. Okay. Okay, so now when it turns to nightfall, I'm able to do all sorts of stuff. We will ready everybody. We'll turn this to nightfall. So now we have to flip a card. It's a Shrouded Hill. Okay. It says, while the current quest is a side quest, Rugged Country gets +2. Okay, so I'm going to raise my threat. I'm at 40 threat. I'm going to give myself some resources, draw a card. Hey, I get an Unexpected Courage. Okay, only because I need to be able to do some questing, I'm going to bring out the Weaver. I can't cancel anything, but this Test of Will goes back into my hand. Goes back into my deck. I have to shuffle. Okay, and then I'm going to use the Tree People on a Nath Guide. And Rumil's going to come into play. So that's really good because now I have, well, 2 of the 3 brothers, I guess. And it's all about me just being able to do enough damage to the pack leader. And I think I have enough damage out there. And let's see. Okay, so I'm going to exhaust Head of Marth. See what's coming. Ooh, Biting Wind. So I'm going to have to commit characters to the quest. I don't have a way to cancel it, but I only need to do 6. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to commit him to the quest. So that's, he's 3. In the staging area, 6. So that's it. Okay, so this comes out, and it just says assign X damage among characters committed to the quest. X is the number of characters committed to the quest. So there's only 1 character committed to the quest, and that's Rumil. So he takes a damage, but he's still questing for 3, and then Galadriel is going to add to that, so we're up to 7. So that gets us through this. This was the current quest, so I'm going to travel, then I'm going to go to the, and then I'm going to engage the pack leader. Okay, so I have to exhaust an ally, and then this guy gets a shadow effect. This is the beauty of Feigned Voices. I'm going to Feigned Voices, which cancels an attack. I'm going to bring the Weaver back into my hand. This is a canceled attack. Okay, so that's good, and so now I just need to do 12. So 3, 6, 8, 3, 6, 10, 9, 12. This goes in the victory display, and we are done. Let's look at the campaign resolution and see what we have. Okay, so the resolution to this is pretty straightforward. It just says add Fend Off Despair to the campaign pool. So Fend Off Despair is the side quest, and so each time I play the game, I'm going to continue to get it. So right now I've got it once, so I start with a lower threat, but I can continually get lower threat. I think I still have to deal with Arnor Ravaged, because it doesn't say remove it from the campaign pool, so this guy's going to have 1 all the time, and then I think I still get to keep Determination. So, Mighty Sylvan's going on to the next scenario, and the next scenario is Escape from Mount Graham. Okay, everybody, have a great day.